Hi guys, and welcome to an Italian Christmas special. I am so excited to be here today. I'm over the moon excited, and I'm jumbling my words around because I'm so thrilled to have the very first man I've ever loved with me today, celebrating the most festive time of year. I'm with my dad, and we are going to be cooking up some of our family favorites that I'm just thrilled to be able to share with you. So, are you excited?
Of course I am. Thank you very much for having me on your show. This is going to be a very exciting thing. I'm very excited about it. Well, good evening, everybody. Enjoy. Stay with us. You're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time.
We are going to have so much fun. We are going to make a few of our family kind of traditional Christmas Eve recipes. Now, if you are familiar at all with Italian traditions, then you know that Christmas Eve is really all about the seafood. Now, I don't know where the 7 fishes came from because it's not an Italian thing, because we usually make 12, 13 different dishes.
For sure we do seafood that we don't count it.
No.
So, as many as you can make, as many different tastes and different preparations, that's how we do. We enjoy seafood on the holidays, especially on Christmas Eve. And this one we're going to prepare today is pretty much basically what do we do? Well, we don't do the old traditional thing because
we'll be here all day.
We'll be here all day. But in this instance, we're going to make a few sides, a few dishes, for one entree and an appetizer.
Yeah, we're going to start with something that's really simple and easy. And also I wanted to mention that, of course, I will be answering a ton of your questions. We will be answering a ton of your questions. I know that I already have a book here of questions that came in. Plus, all of them are coming live right in front of me on my monitor. So I will keep you going. I will keep answering as many questions as I possibly can. But the first thing we're going to start with is a branzino. We are going to basically kind of bake. We're not going to roast. We're going to bake a branzino to tender perfection. And it's funny because I like to cook pretty much anything, but when it comes to cooking a whole fish, I leave it to my dad because he's really good at cleaning the whole fish once it's prepared. So I figured it'd be a lot of fun to do it together. That way you can see how to properly clean a whole baked fish. So that's what we're going to start with today. And alongside, I'm just going to simply roast some potatoes that I actually part cooked already in the microwave just to get things going a little bit faster. And this is a branzino. It's about a pound, wouldn't you say?
Well, it's a little bit over a pound, and you would say something incorrect, right? You said that you leave it to myself because I'm better. I think you leave it to myself because you're afraid of the fish.
Well, I'm not afraid. It's not going to come out and eat me, but I'm not the best at cleaning. Once it's cooked, he can actually get the whole fillet just perfectly cut. I can't do that.
Don't get too defensive. I was joking around.
I know. I know.
The fish is dead. This is a branzino. It's a practically Mediterranean sea bass. It's nice. We have three different species in our sea in Italy. The Mediterranean, the Adriatic side, the Mediterranean side, the bottom of the sea is a little different. So the color of the fish changes slightly. This one is practically, it comes from the Greece area. It's a farm raised. But the way they raise in the middle of the sea, and the reason why they come from Greece, because Greece is full of island and shallower sea, so it's easier to set a farm plant. It's practically grown, farmed in the middle of the sea in a huge cages, so it's as close as it can be to a natural environment. Those have a nice color, firm meat. Today we're gonna prepare them al limone. It's like with the lemon butter sauce. We stuffed, lemon white wine sauce, I should say. We stuffed the fish with the parsley and lemon. We season it, and we put them in the oven for about 15-20 minutes, and then after that we're going to fillet, clean, and prepare nice and dandy for us, right?
Yes. Now, you want to make sure your oven's preheated. I have mine to about 425 only because I'm going to be roasting some potatoes alongside for a little starch to kind of show you how I would serve it. But you want to probably, if you're doing just a fish, 400 degrees would be perfect because we are going to be wrapping this in foil, keeping all the steam in there, keeping it moist, keeping it absolutely delicious. So while you prepare that, I'm going to get started on my potatoes, which I've just cut into big fat coins here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to cover these with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper, single layer in a baking sheet, and it'll be perfect and good to go. So let's go and start answering some of your questions live. Julia from YouTube says, hey Laura, how many days before Christmas can I make the mini cheesecakes? You can make it a day or two ahead of time. I prefer the day before. That way they still keep their texture really nicely and they don't start to separate from the crust. So I'd say the day before is perfect. Darla from YouTube says, Laura, what's a good tip for making pan gravy? I love pan gravy to go along with my Christmas dinner. The best tip I can give you is to make sure that you add some sort of flavorful liquid to the bottom of your roasting dish before you put it in the oven with your roast. So say you have a big roasting dish with a rack on top, and then you put your roast on top of the rack. Well, all those juices are going to go down into your baking dish, into your roasting pan. So you want to make sure you put a couple cups of white wine in there. That way when they cook down and they reduces, it gets nice and thick. It mixes together with those pan juices from your meats, and it is divine. Separate it, put it through a fat separator, get rid of the fat, and you have the most incredible gravy. I mean, you need to do nothing to it. It's not as thick as a traditional gravy, but it's perfection. So I'd say that's the best way to go.
All right, so far I sliced the lemons a little bit. I put them inside the fish belly with some fresh parsley, as you can see. Right now, if you don't mind, I do need a toothpick in order to stop this, otherwise the stuffing will come out of the fish real fast.
Yes.
And so I'm gonna do that and season a little bit with, let me see, what is the pepper right here? Do you mind hold it like this so I can season the inside? Okay.
I don't mind getting my hands dirty. You guys
we
know
never did that. We've been cooking for many years together.
Yeah.
And I know she's capable of it, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. She's way past me by time. Do we have salt right here, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay. I'm sorry, this is not my kitchen set. It's her kitchen set. And mine's a little bit more disorganized than this one, being a guy.
I'm going to pop these into the oven, the potatoes, just to get them nice and crispy.
That's good. So I season it with little pepper, little salt, the inside of the fish. So while it's cooking, it will melt all together and run through the fish. So it will be nice and tasty.
That looks good.
That looks really good. Okay, I don't want to stab my finger with that.
Let's not, because I don't have insurance for you. You're not covered under my insurance.
Well, yeah, you know, our family, we are fishermen actually. For the, let's say now it will be like maybe 10 years that we don't do it anymore, and you know, we sold all the equipment. But yes, our family, we are professional fishermen.
Family fishermen.
And
any oil on top?
Yes, a little bit. And the branzino is one of our favorite catch because it's awesome.
It's really nice and mild. It's not too heavy of a fish. It's not too like fishy of a fish.
Yes.
You know, it's not too oily of a
Well,
fish.
you want to hear the story? What happened with branzino between me and your grandpa?
I'm nervous too. I'm just going to make a little bit of a tent with this.
I need a little bit of white wine first.
It's right here.
Oh, okay. Want to put a little bit, not too much.
I just want to clear the ends for really quickly so that the wine doesn't escape.
Okay.
Because we're going to bake this into like a little tent foil just to really keep all the juices in there.
You notice we put some parchment paper in between the fish and the aluminum, so this way you don't risk to stick the fish to the aluminum.
And also, the lemon can have a tendency to react with the aluminum foil sometimes. Did you know that? The acid, I guess something happens.
I didn't know you were a chemist, but
I'm not. The only way I know is because I've tried it once and it was like this really bitter, awful taste, and then I realized it could have been, maybe you know better. Okay. But anyway, all I'm going to do is, that looks so good already. Wrap that up like so, and I'm going to pop this into the oven. 15-20 minutes, it should be perfect. We will test it along the way. I'm going to put a timer on to make sure we don't overcook it.
Well, let me tell you the story real fast, all right? Me and your grandfather, we were selling our own catch by the harbor, and we had this live branzino kept in a nice bucket swimming around, so for show, so people love that. And all of a sudden, the fish jumped out of the bucket right into the sea and left. Me and Grandpa, we were stunned about it. But yeah, he made an escape. The first fish ever made an escape out of my hands. Well, we have one that doesn't going to go anywhere today. He's in the oven already cooking.
He's not going anywhere.
And what's going to be...
Did you start singing like, bring me back that little fish, bring me that fish?
No, actually not. I was too stunned to see the fish swim away after I wasted like an hour to catch it.
Well, let me tell you, years ago, in this Christmas of 2009, in Italia.
In Italy, okay.
And we went to Napoli, the big market right before Christmas, and those almost
Yes, the fish market.
Fish market. My mom went there to get all the seafood for Christmas Eve, and Joe and I were walking, and there's like capitone, like eel. Ugh, I can't do it. I can't do eel. I was looking at all this fish, and the eel was ready to come out. And Joe, I've never seen a man so scared. And I mean,
Joe,
my
your husband,
he was like, "Get me out of here! This long thing is gonna come after me." Because it was like looking at him, and it was ready to come out at any second.
Well, in Italy, in our country, the only place the eels go is in a pan to be cooked. Okay, don't be scared, Joe.
Don't be scared.
We always win over fish. Okay, next move. What are we doing?
We are going to make a grilled seafood salad. I have a fantastic recipe on my channel already, but we're going to make a quicker version of it just because we can.
Okay.
So what I've got here is some clean squid and some shrimp that have been shelled, deveined, cleaned, all ready to go. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to grill them right on my stovetop grill pan here because I can't take you outside with me on my regular grill. So we're going to have to do this indoor. While that's happening, how about you grab the big thing of arugula there?
Okay, I'm going to make the salad,
the
I believe.
olives as well. He's going to make like a simple salad with arugula, with some olives, some fennel, and like a little bit of an orange citronette, which is super simple and easy, and it's going to go so good. I love the contrast of the, what is this?
Okay, no, I'm just dancing in my mind because I'm about to prepare something.
I'm going to start going some of your questions over. That's preheating. Some of the questions that I got already beforehand, before starting the show. Zaharans from YouTube said, I've been watching your videos for the past 2 years, so it's been so cool. It'd be so cool if you and your dad answer my question. It's one for your dad. What's your favorite thing to cook with Laura?
Well, it's not quite a favorite thing because we have a vast range of favorite things, but for sure, one of the first recipe was like the pennetta with ham and mushroom. That one is one of our favorite ones. And usually when we get together, that's where we make because, you know, it's always like it reminds us the past and when we started the whole thing and I started teaching her how to cook. Of course, down the line, she figured that my mom knows better than I do, so she switched to her.
You know, your mom's my cooking hero.
I know, and you know, she became better than I am, but you know, I forgive her for that. But for sure, there is a vast range of favorite foods, favorite dish that we prepare, and usually that's what we do. We do make for ourselves quick dishes. They're delicious. They're anywhere in the world you go, you're gonna buy it. It costs a lot of money, but the way we do, we go to the supermarket, we buy the best, we prepare the best. We eat the best. Absolutely. When someone asks me like, what's your favorite dish to eat? Then I answer the one that someone makes it for me. Because that's the easy way, so I don't have to do much.
It's very true. Okay. I'm going to answer some of your live questions. Juan from YouTube says, regarding the KitchenAid mixers, do you recommend the tilt head or the lift bowl ones? I definitely recommend the tilt head. The lift bowl that I have down here, that's my professional one. It's nice and big, and it's great because I tend to make a lot of recipes at one time when I'm testing recipes, so I can make double batches of things, and it works perfectly. But the tilt head is so much easier. When you go ahead and add your ingredients, you can just tilt the head and you can put them right in. With this one, even though you can take the you know, the bowl down, it's not as easy. So I have to say that one.
On my part here, oops, I'm preparing an orange citrus vinaigrette. I'm gonna use
citronette, technically.
Citronette, okay. Well, you know, my English is it's a little bit with an accent, so.
A little?
Patient with that, okay?
All right, I'm just gonna grill my squid here and my shrimp. I've got some really beautiful shrimp here. They've already been cleaned, deveined, they're good to go. They're perfect and good to go, which is what I want. And you can have your fishmonger do this for you, and you should if you're paying him good money for the seafood. It's one less thing to do for you. It's one less thing for you to do right before a big holiday meal. So. All right, I am going to just put my shrimp on here, and seafood takes literally just a couple minutes on each side, and once the shrimp are on, we are going to get these cooking in absolutely no time. How's that going? How's your citronette going?
Oh, I'm squeezing orange so far I'm making orange juice.
My grandma used to make always fresh orange juice. It was never store-bought, ever. Or a little battuta, which I never liked, to be honest.
Zabaione, like egg?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that too. Well, as I said before, when you wake up and you find mom makes stuff for you, it's all good.
Yeah.
I don't complain. Beggars cannot be choosers.
Absolutely. Oops, actually.
Oh, yeah. Plus, you know, grandmom, you say I don't want that, and you're going to eat them anyway.
Yes, you will.
Doesn't matter how old you are.
You will like it. I'm just going to let those cook for just a couple of minutes, and then you are going to continue. I'm going to grab your fennel as well.
Okay. I'm just going to take these few
pips out.
Bits out.
All right.
Okay. I do have some orange juice squeeze, extra virgin olive oil.
Woo!
Something is popping there.
It's not a party until the squid pops.
Okay. You know, in 2 days it's Christmas, honey.
I know. And it's your birthday. You know, my dad's birthday is on Christmas Eve. On Santa Dele.
Today? Yeah, yes, you're right. It's my birthday and your mother's.
You know, in Italy we celebrate like the saint's name. ¿Cómo se llama? Onomastico.
Onomastico. It's like every day is dedicated to a saint, and the
if
saint
you're named
name.
after that saint, like mine is Santa Laura is October 19th.
Mine's San Salvatore is August the 6th.
Yes. And my mom's name is Adele. And it just so happened that Santa Adele falls on his birthday, which is on Christmas Eve.
Okay, now everybody knows my business. Yeah, but that's okay. I don't care. We'll be fine. All right, I put some extra virgin olive oil, orange juice, some salt and pepper. It's an easy thing to do. Now I'm going to kind of like...
whisk it around just a bit?
Whisk it around, all right?
Woo!
I think it needs a little bit more oil.
Okay. Oh, this looks so good. Look at the color on that shrimp.
Not too much oil because you have olives, they are like a little oily already. Okay.
Oh, that looks amazing.
I do have some fennel.
I'm going to slice a bit more fennel because I've been snacking on it.
Okay.
There's hardly anything left.
Well, I think this is enough for the size we're going to make.
I didn't say for that.
Oh, for yourself. All right. Fennel, it's like a licorice taste. It goes good with the citrusy taste.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my hands. I washed it. You saw me doing it. Okay, always wash your hands when you go from one item to the other because you can contaminate, you never know. Yeah. I work in a food industry, in a food field, and let me tell you, sometime I'm going to be an allergologist because people are allergic and you have to be careful to not contaminate anything because, hey, it's not good, you know what I'm saying? Yes, well, there are those ones also where they come in and they complain that they're allergic, but they're not. They just want what they like it. But I can spot those far away, like miles away. All right, okay, I'm tossing the salad with the dressing and all. Looks just right about enough. As I said, the fennel, it's like a licorice taste, goes very nice with the orange vinaigrette. And the arugula is a little spicy, which blends in very well with the olives that we use. Tastes really well, so everything blends fine.
It's a great combination because you've got the salty olives that complement the sweet citronette from the orange and also the sweet fish because in my opinion, shrimp and squid can be quite sweet.
Yes,
so you need something to counterbalance that. So the peppery arugula and the salty olives are perfect.
And that's the plate I'm going to use, right? All right, that's the decoration for Christmas.
Isn't it beautiful? My Aunt Mimi, which you guys have met if you follow me on my vlogs, she gave me that for Christmas a few years ago, and I love it. I love that platter. I use it very, very often. I'm taking my fish off because it literally just takes a couple seconds. And you just squeeze the squid. If you squeeze the squid, a little bit of the juice comes out, but that's perfect because what happens is that juice in there, it's almost steaming the inside of the squid, keeping it really tender because it can get rubbery really fast. And now, I think we should wait to dress it till the seafood's cooled a bit.
Exactly.
Otherwise, the hot seafood is going to wilt the arugula.
But what I'm going to do here, meanwhile, I'm going to put some orange on the side here sliced.
Beautiful.
The reason is you eat the salad with the seafood. Then in the end, you eat a piece of orange. We'll wash your mouth through. We'll get your palate ready for the next course. Absolutely.
Beautiful.
It's kind of like a lemon sorbet thing. But we do not have a lemon sorbet. And I came up with this idea, which is well accepted because people love the orange after that because it's really, really, like it's a sweet, good taste, but at the same time it's not a taste to unbalance your palate.
Yeah.
Doesn't unbalance the palate, so it's good for that purpose. And then you'll be able to taste and like really enjoy the second course as well.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm cutting in slices.
You do that. I'm going to answer some more of your live questions because they're coming in and they're really good. So, Mary Beth from YouTube, do you prefer wooden cooking utensils or plastic or metal ones? Well, it really depends. When it comes to wooden spoons, I cannot cook with a metal wooden spoon. I need a wooden spoon. Like anything that's metal, I can't use that. For tongs, I like these metal ones. These are absolutely my favorite. They grip onto things like it's nobody's business. And when it comes to a spatula, of course, a plastic one is easier to work with. But so that is that answer. Sandy from Twitter says, what is your must-have dessert on Christmas table? Well.
Which one is not?
I know.
It's easy to answer that one, and then that one.
Yeah.
The regular question because we have so many desserts. For holidays, And that's not just Christmas, also Easter Sunday, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We have so many different desserts. You know what? The way we avoid the question which one is the best, we make them all.
Yeah.
And we enjoy them all.
For me, if I don't have like strufoli, rococo, mostaccioli, like that's not Christmas. Because even though, like, it's just the smell of them, the look of them on the table is reminiscent of Christmas. I mean, it's as soon as Christmas time is around, you go to the market and you buy them in like in a plastic tray. They come like a roll of rococo and a roll of mostaccioli wrapped in plastic wrap with a big bow around it. That to me is a symbol that Christmas has arrived.
Absolutely.
So that, and also panettone. I love to make my own, even though it is a bit of, it takes a little bit of time.
It is not an easy recipe.
It's not that it's not easy. It's a time consuming, which I think
that's what I meant to say.
They're two very different things. It's not difficult, but it's time consuming. But I'm telling you, nothing beats a homemade panettone. Nothing beats it. And then the next morning you make French toast with it. It's like heaven. And strufoli and pastiera. Pastiera is my all-time favorite dessert. It's technically more of an Easter dessert, but we have it in every holiday.
Okay.
Right? I have to have it.
I know, the last one that you made, it was really good.
Where's my pan?
I forgot in my place. I'm sorry.
I have 2 pans that I make my pastiera in, okay? 2. And they are perfect. They fit my pastiera in perfectly, right? Well, guess what? I gave him one with a pastiera in it on Thanksgiving, and I said, you bring this back to me. I've had these pans for over 10 years, and you haven't brought it back.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I put them out. How many times I talked to you this morning?
I forgot.
Here you go. You should have remind me, but I forgot. Yeah, I got a lot of things in my mind,
Yes.
Especially today, it was like a kind of surreal day. I'm kind of excited about this, and the whole night I was thinking about it, and you know what? I'm having a blast.
There's a lot going on. Now, while I answer more of your questions, will you cut the bread for me? Because I'm going to make a little bit of bruschetta to serve alongside some mussels and white wine. You've got to have some for the juices.
If you don't understand what's happening here, she's taking over. She's making me her cutting bread
My
guy.
sous chef. I'm making you my sous chef.
Okay.
Here's my bread knife.
Bread knife right here. All right.
I'm going to go on and answer some more of your questions.
I have one question for you only. How big you want the bruschetta? Like half like this?
Half.
All right.
The bread is a little bit soft. That's okay.
Take enough? I think so,
yes.
Okay, all right.
All right, let's go live. Let's see. Kuchi95 from Instagram says, do you enjoy cooking or baking more? To me, they're 2 completely different things. When I have time to relax and I want to make my home smell like home, I love to bake. It's a very comforting smell. It's nothing better than knowing I've got a plate of cookies or a batch of muffins ready for someone to enjoy with coffee or anything when they walk in the door. It's 2 different things for me. I enjoy cooking though more than baking in the summer because it's so hot. I hardly ever want to turn my oven on. So it really depends. I enjoy both. You don't bake.
I am not good at baking, but I'm good at eating though.
Yes.
The baked goods.
Hey, how was my amaretto cheesecake?
I wasn't, but doesn't taste a lot. It was too small.
I gave him a piece and he ate it so fast. It was out of this world delicious.
It wasn't that fast. I ate timely. It just wasn't enough, which is different.
It was this big.
Cake, you need a bigger than that. It's cake, everybody. At my work sometimes, some people order desserts, some people they don't, but I always bring an extra spoon because I know, otherwise they're going to eat with their finger because no one can say no to desserts, no matter who it is.
All right.
Okay.
Is this good enough, you think?
I think yes. Don't you think it's enough?
You
start it. If you need more, we cut it more, we toast more.
I am a self-proclaimed breadaholic, and we both know that.
Oh, yes, I know that.
I need my bread.
Okay.
What I have here is not a weird contraption of any kind. It is a bruschetta pan. It's got little holes through it, allowing the actual flame to penetrate, and it just makes your bread taste like it was made on charcoal. I mean, it's incredible. It took me months to find this. I actually ended up finding it on eBay, I believe. I couldn't find it anywhere. I was trying to find one that was similar. Here, cut this on here, please.
You want me to cut this? Or I think it's.
I like that it's beautiful,
I think they're beautiful. Right. I think they're just the right bite size.
Yeah, you're right.
So you don't need to cut it?
I was trying to look for a version of my nonna's bruschetta pan, which is like 40 years old, and I couldn't find it anywhere. The closest thing I came to it was this, which I absolutely love, and I recommend wholeheartedly if you really want a wonderful taste, like just came out of a fire. This is incredible. It's so life-changing. I tried to make meat on there, didn't work out so well.
That's because it's a bruschetta pan.
I know, but I wanted to get the flavor, but it didn't work out so well.
I know, what you mean.
Okay. Let's see. More live questions. Ariba from YouTube says, if you could invite 5 YouTubers to your house for Christmas, who would you invite and what would you cook?
You would be the first.
I'd invite you guys. I'd invite everyone that watches me, because I feel like if you watch YouTubers, you are a YouTuber yourself. So I'd invite all of you. But if I had to invite people that you probably would know who they are, definitely invite Benji and Judy, because you guys know that we are good friends, and Benji is a foodie like me, and we always love talking about food. So I'd invite Benji and Judy. I would love to invite my friend Olga Kay. I'd love to invite the Shermans. I'd love to invite the Sakoni Jolies, Kristen Game, Vanessa from the Bombshells. So the list could go on and on and on, but I'm going to quit at that. I invite all of you.
Time out, because I got something to show. Come on,
beautiful.
Guys. You put one of those on your tables with your guests.
Beautiful.
They're gonna be like, wow, where are we here? Like in some fancy restaurant? Not, but you have a fancy cook. Here we go.
Look like a fancy cook, even though it's so simple and so easy. How
Absolutely.
do you like my board for my bread?
Listen, a little bit of effort and a little bit of knowledge, and you become a good chef, at least for your family.
And guess what?
That's
you
very
can find
important.
the recipe at www.laurenkitchen.com, because I already have a recipe on that.
Absolutely. You know what? We have a family, we're, brother and sister and everything else. And when we cook and we prepare those meals for everybody, you can see the joy. You can see them enjoying that. You can see them sharing the family time, especially during the holidays. Let me tell you, there is no feeling alike. You know what? A house without a table full of food on Christmas, especially house-made food with dust smells and everything else.
It's an empty home.
It's not quite a full home. It's an empty home.
You're right. Empty home.
On the other hand, hey, even if you're not a rich person, but you're capable to prepare some of this, you have a very rich Christmas. Just like you're a superstar. Because you know what? Biologically, food comes first.
Absolutely.
I saw the guy buying a Mercedes for Christmas, and then he had a dog.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat that, and I'm going to drive my little Fiat 500.
Yeah.
Yes. Where did you want me to put this?
You can put it there for now, and then at the end we'll kind of show all the food together. I'm just finishing up my bread. I'm going to go to your live questions. From Twitter, Lauren asks, blah, blah, blah. Lauren from Twitter asks, have you made any new holiday food traditions since you've moved to America? I've adapted Thanksgiving, because we don't have Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
So, and I love Thanksgiving food. I think prepared correctly, a roast turkey can be the juiciest, most delicious thing you can put in your mouth. Mashed potatoes made correctly, they can be some of the creamiest mashed potatoes and most delicious things in the world. So I don't have to say that. But I also love cranberries. Cranberries were never around when we were in Italy, right? Cranberries when we were in Italy?
Well, we do have cranberries, but we do not.
Not that I've seen. Not that I remember.
It's not part of the Italian tradition as far as cooking. But nowadays it's different, especially with the advent of the internet. People are learning things from all over the world. So some things become normal in Italy. Even the language, like the word selfie, as far as a picture, now is an Italian word.
I know.
It's in the vocabulary. It's an Italian word.
Can't believe that. Can't believe selfie.
What time? How long it passed since we put the branzino? Because I lost track.
6 minutes left. I put the timer on.
6 minutes left. I am trusting you. I don't know this oven. You know,
trust me.
It's your oven, so I am not sure. Did you calculate the pound fish with the cooking?
Yeah.
She's awesome. I can't believe it.
Yes.
You know what? Give me 5. You got it. All right.
All right. Last dish.
Okay. You're first.
Last dish we're gonna make is mussels in white wine and garlic. Delicious. Let's slow things down a bit so that we can chat a little bit to our viewers.
Sure,
we can answer some of your questions, because that's how good we are in the kitchen. We've got 2 dishes down.
All right. So you want me to start making the mussels?
I want you to start slowly slicing the garlic.
You talk to the viewers, and I do the rest.
I'm going to answer your questions.
I am second every time now. I used to be first, all right?
I had a funny question from a viewer for you. Jackie from YouTube says, what's your dad's favorite pizza flavor?
Oh, God.
Remember you used to put pickled hot peppers and pepperoni on your pizza?
Pickles?
No, pickled hot peppers. Peperoncino.
Oh, cherry hot peppers.
Cherry hot peppers.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I like it, but it's not something I just do it sometime because,
What's your favorite flavor?
I just like a plain cheese pizza. I always had like thin, well done with light cheese,
yeah.
not too strong. That's how I like a pizza. But just in case, I put pepperoni on it. But
I
more
love
than that, I'm not really a fan of of a corrupted pizza.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe in the future, if I want to hear an overwhelming amount of requests for this man to come back on my show and make a pizza with me because he's the best pizza maker around.
How about I become an overwhelming request to come back here?
Well, I want to make pizza with you, so you guys have got to convince me.
I don't make the last pizza I made was 5 years ago, so I do not.
You got this.
Don't expect the best.
You taught me how to make pizza. Come on.
I know, but I lost my your
touch.
My touch a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I can work with it.
Doubt it.
All right, now.
I have a good question from you. Can start slicing your garlic.
All right, just wanna give a heads up. I'm gonna smash some garlic. I'm gonna put them in a pan with some extra virgin olive oil. Can I do that?
Here, hold it.
Okay, all right. See the father-daughter thing's taken over, and of course, father's loose. So I'm gonna smash some of this garlic, put it in here. You got like maybe 2.5 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I'm gonna put it in here, and then I'm gonna add some wine, some parsley, some pepper. Then let them get the garlic like golden and stuff. And then I'm gonna put the sauce in, and then cover and let them do the job. It will take 10 minutes. Very easy.
Yes. Now. I've got a great question from Anika from YouTube. Says, "Hi Laura, what would you do if your oven burst last minute?" I probably would have a minor nervous breakdown and then realize that it's not the end of the world. That anything you make in your oven you can make it on the stove. I mean, probably would be difficult to make a turkey on the stove instead of the oven. So I would break it down and I would sear all sides of the turkey and then braise it. That's what I would do. But you have to, it really depends on what is on your menu. This way. Hold on.
All right, thank you.
There you go. Okay. I'm going to go to questions here that I got from earlier. Music by Annie from YouTube says, "Laura, what's your favorite pasta dish for this winter? I love you and dad and family. I love you, your dad, and your family. Keep on going." Awesome. Thank you. My favorite pasta dish for the winter has to be anything in a soup, like my nonna's brodo, like with a little bit of like small acinity pepe, like pastina, is the best. I also love my rigatoni with butternut squash and pancetta because it's got such a fantastic flavor combination, in my opinion, of sweet and salty.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that we had this kind of can covers.
It's a mason jar. It's a mason jar.
It's a mason jar, okay, and
that's okay.
Hey, I mean, well, this is one of the smallest mess I ever made. Trust me.
I made a mistake myself.
I did much worse.
Quite a few times. So I have to say that anything in a soup, like chicken noodle, my nonna's chicken soup, is probably my favorite. How about you? What's your favorite winter pasta dish?
Comfort dish?
Winter pasta dish. For winter.
Winter pasta dish?
Yeah.
Mom, grandmom used to make, when you talk about favorite, of course I go back to my mom, because my mom is the one who made my favorite dishes. I can replicate, but because I am
I feel like her hands have magic in them or something.
Yes, but she made on Saturday, almost every Saturday in winter, a beef broth. A beef soup.
Yeah,
oh
and then she takes the meat and then puts it with potatoes.
Oh yeah, that's one of the best ones.
I have to share that recipe with you guys.
Real fast, I am going to show that we are like golden up some garlic cloves, which I squished. The reason I do that is because some people don't like that. They can easily scoop around, but the oil will be infused with the garlic, so the flavor is there. Some people like to eat the garlic cloves. Some people, they don't like that. They just like to scoop around.
Your brother doesn't.
Like me, I don't like garlic cloves. Like eat the garlic really. So I scoop it out.
Flavor, but not the pieces.
Exactly. So I put some white wine, extra virgin olive oil, garlic, and pepper flakes. Woo! My eyes are crying.
Okay, live questions. Liz from YouTube says, "I'm making your dinner rolls for Christmas Day, and I was wondering if I could prepare the dinner rolls the night before. I would make them the night before, I would bake them the night before, and I would rewarm them up the next day because so many things can go wrong when you get a yeast dough to cool down that much. So I would bake them the night before and then just reheat them really briefly into the oven, 350, 10 minutes. It'll be nice and warm, like just they came out of the oven."
Those ones are the Mediterranean style mussels. They are small ones, not the big ones. They come from New Zealand. These ones are farm raised from North America. They come in already clean and purified. Like they take all the impurity out. So they perfectly safe to eat.
Yeah.
The only thing is before you cook them, like I did before, put them in a pasta drainer and scrub it like this with the water like this, so all the impurity around it to go away. Now, clean and all, I'm gonna dump into this mixture of hot oil, garlic, and the wine, and pepper flakes.
Smells incredible.
Okay, let me drink some water. There's some water down here.
All right, you do that. I answer more questions.
Yes.
And I'll actually check on the Bronzino too. Ramsey51 from YouTube says, "Hi Laura, what's a good dessert cookie recipe that's great for this holiday season?" I've got over 700 recipes on my channel. Go to laurainthekitchen.com. You will find in the dessert bar tons of desserts, tons of different cookies. You really can't go wrong. So I'm going to direct you to that page because it will probably have so many more things that I can even think of right now.
A little more wine to make a little more
wine. I'm going to
juice.
check on the Bronzino.
Okay, now I'm going to put some fresh pepper right here.
Look at those potatoes. Look at those. Look at those beautiful things.
Ambavate gozze, that's how we call them in Naples.
Oh my goodness, I'm
Black
so excited.
pepper in abundance. It's already spicy for the pepper flakes, but the black pepper give a kick to it.
The fish is cooked.
Okay then.
I can smell that it's cooked. I don't even open it. I just can smell it.
I did put some blah blah blah. Now I have to let them steam. It will take about 5 to 7 minutes. You don't want to steam it too long, otherwise the fruit inside shrink and becomes hard. So as soon as you see this thing opens, you kind of like with the lid on it like this, you kind of like flip around so that the juice goes inside the shell and stays there, because being a shell, they will be in there, and and you know, they will be ready to eat. All you have to do after that is squeeze some lemon on it. Yes. This is the lemon I used for decoration. I'm not going to throw away. I'm going to squeeze it in there. Right now, I'm going to park right here.
I'm going to answer more questions. Miriam from YouTube says, "Which is your favorite Christmas movie, Laura?" Home Alone, 1 and 2. All-time favorite Christmas movie. Probably yours too. And I just made a rhyme.
What a hole.
Boom.
Remember?
Yes.
What a hole. I love that.
We used to watch that movie together.
You used to laugh at all the time.
Every time. Every time.
What other show we used to watch at night together?
We used to watch Forensic Files. Remember, I wanted to be a...
No, that was later after you grew up a little bit. There was... Who's the boss?
Who's the boss?
Yeah, every night.
You always used to say, he's Tony Danza and I'm Melissa Milano. I wish I looked like Melissa Milano, but in my mind, I do. Let it go.
Honey, you're gorgeous, okay? Don't worry about it. You're my best daughter. I actually know, because if I say that, if I say that, your sister's gonna kill me, Isabella. All right, I'm gonna make some.
I'm your best oldest daughter.
Of course, you're the best. You guys are my best thing in life. We got some arugula salad. We're gonna make a side for the fish. Mixed like extra virgin olive oil, salt, pepper, easy, a little lemon. And if you like, you can put some shaved Parmigiano on, some cheese, because it goes really, really well together. All right, we got that. We need a plate for the fish. Is that one, right?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Let's see.
That looks good.
Cameraman, can you see the plates right?
I think so.
All right.
All right,
of course, we gotta thank all the crew behind us, the cameraman and everybody else, the editors.
Look at those potatoes.
Oh, look nice. Can put them right here. I'm gonna check the Bronzino. Okay. Do we have something to grab the thing? That's it. All right.
Look at these.
I'm going to check if it's cooked.
It is like adult potato chips, but the best kind. Oops.
Okay. Thank you.
You ready? Oh. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You want to try that?
Oh, yeah.
I love those.
How do you see them? How do you see them? Hold on. I show you how to do. Do we have a fork, please?
Yes.
See, you do this.
If it pulls easily, it's done.
If you can pull the dorsal fin easy like this, it's done. Okay, now this goes here.
And the eye will go completely white.
All right, now.
Eyeball.
I'm going to clean the fish.
Wait.
Wait.
Wait for me.
Okay, all right. Can I have a spoon? Here we go.
Maestro.
Now, some people use the fork, like the fish knife. We don't have a fish knife.
Aspettanat.
Yes.
I'm going to make things a little bit easier for you.
Okay.
Lift this pan for me with this.
Okay. The whole
that way
pan?
nothing slides. Yes. You put a wet mopine or wet kitchen towel underneath.
Oh, so it doesn't slide.
Doesn't slide. That way when you're cutting the fish.
Yes, yeah, but this is a fish. It's not a cow. You know, it's easy to clean this. It's not that hard. I'm not going to push.
I just want to look fancy.
I'm going to push. So, I was saying, I'm used to use a forks and a spoon. So what I do is I peel the skin off on the back of the fish, right? Like a break like this. And then I kind of like fold the skin over. Here we go. This smells good, by the way. All right, let me take this out. Oh, God. I open this thing. Ooh, the smell is great. Put the lemon and the parsley and the seasoning. All right, now, as you know, when you go to the supermarket, you can have your fish fillet. But where is the fun? This way, instead, you can do it yourself. And you know what? You can impress your wife. Or your husband, for the matter.
Oh, that looks incredible, by the way.
All right. See, I peeled the skin off. Now, if you know the anatomy of the fish, you understand. And the bottom part has no bones. The upper outside part has bones only to the dorsal fin. While this part is the rib cage. That's where the bones are. So you want to watch that part. But for the rest, see, I cut it like in the middle with a spoon.
By the way, this is the part I dread, which is why I don't make it myself.
Right. You see, this is the convex part.
Okay.
What I do is like I push firmly, but not too hard, otherwise you break the fish. Here we go, the fillet. You see? Now, some people cannot even do this with a real fish knife. I learned how to do it with a spoon. And you know what?
What a maestro.
Ta 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 ta, maestro. Hey, I'm Italian. I'm gonna sing opera. In this case, I don't sing. I do clean fish.
That's beautiful.
Right. Always look for bones because, you know, especially if the kids are around.
When we were little, ti ricordano che facevo pesce?
What?
She used to, my grandma, when she would feed us fish, she would wait till it was completely cooled, and she would take the meat and pinch it between her hands and make like little balls of
like
meat,
fish meatballs. Make sure
fish,
that,
you know, and feed it to us. That way, she could tell if there's any spines, any bones in there.
Grandma knows how to clean a fish very well, but she was worried about giving you a bone or something, so she was making sure.
And she would always have amorlino libano, come si chiama?
Yeah, a bread, you know.
The inside of the bread.
How do you call them in English? I don't
know. The inside of the bread. You know.
It's like, you know.
This part of the bread, the inside of the bread, because it's soft, and that way, if you had a bone stuck in your throat, you'd eat a piece of it because the bone penetrates.
Okay, as you can see, the fish is gone. This is the bones. You can put this in the exposure in a museum. All right.
Don't stop.
You have a head right here. No, it's already cooked. You don't want to do stuck with this. All right. So I took all the meats out. Of course, when I was talking about the rib cage, that's the part where it has more bones. So you have to watch out for that. I believe I took them all out. Okay. We side them with some arugula. We side them with some potatoes. Now we're gonna dress the fish, okay? And I'm not gonna be fancy about it because the best way to prepare fish is extra virgin olive oil, not too much. Okay, that's good enough. Little bit of lemon. The salad is already made with extra virgin olive oil and lemon. Okay, not too much. You can always add some if you don't like, if it's not too strong. Okay. I think I'm forgetting something. No, I think that's all good. Looks good.
It's perfect.
This is a perfect dish to impress someone. It's not a common dish for people because, you know, it still is all fish. People prefer to have the fish
fish fillet,
like a fillet in a store, and then they deep fry whatever. But this preparation with the lemon and all, it's excellent, absolutely excellent. You put a piece of lemon next to it, like this. All right. Okay.
Dish number 2 done. Check on your muscles.
Okay, my muscle. Let's see. Like a pa. Opened. Look at this. Look how beautiful they are.
It smells like the sea.
You have no idea. As I say, it doesn't take much.
3 more minutes.
No, they're good.
No?
They're good, man. They're good, baby.
Some of them are not open all the way.
All right, you can leave them on for another minute if you believe so. Okay. I think that's good. I don't like to cook them too much because once they open, it takes 10 seconds to shrink too much. And if that happens, that is going to have like a little bit of gummy taste. We don't want to do that.
No. But I'm going to answer some more questions because that's just what I do. Okay. Katie from YouTube says, what's the one thing you must absolutely do on Christmas morning? I have to call my family in Italy. I have to do a must the first thing I do. We get up, have coffee, have breakfast, open presents, and then call my family to wish them all a Merry Christmas. And by then, they're done eating, or they're still eating. No, they're most likely still eating.
Well, on Christmas morning,
Yeah.
well, usually
Christmas
what
Eve
happens
we eat at night.
Christmas Eve, we kind of don't eat lunch. We already eat a big meal at night time. The whole family. It's Christmas Eve, 7 fish they call it, but we don't do that. Well, it's maybe 20 fish over there. And the day after, between the youngsters going out for the night and this and that, get out of bed before 12 or 1 o'clock. So what happened is in the morning, mom is cooking while we slowly waking up and getting out of bed, all the guys and stuff like that. And the tradition is pretty much, some stuff left from the day before. It is like a seafood pasta dish. Linguine pescatora, frutti di mare kind of thing. That's what we do on Christmas Day usually.
Well, yes and no, because Christmas Day usually is Christmas Day for lunch we have leftover whatever for the night before, but Christmas dinner, that's usually like a baked pasta dish and a roast. Like his mom, last time we were there for Christmas, she made baked gnocchi. She made a beautiful rosemary roast pork, which I've shared all those recipes with you here. That's kind of what she does on Christmas Day for a dinner. So depending on what time I call there, they're either having lunch or they're having dinner. But either way, they're eating, and that's the one thing I absolutely must do on Christmas morning.
Okay, mussels are perfect. You're gonna see this. Look at this. Look how big they are. Look at this. One. Okay. All right. Now we're going to put them in this nice red bowl. You want it now, huh?
Oh yeah, but it's hot.
Put them right there. Let them cool up. I'm going to try to put this in there without overflowing and get them all over the place. You know what? I'm gonna do like this. So at least I'm not gonna heat the equipment. Oh, I can't see anymore. My glass got foggy. I don't see nothing. Oops.
That's good enough. We can't fit all of them in there.
I bet we can.
And thanks to Angela for the beautiful platter, because it came in handy. Look at that.
Hold on, I'm not done yet. Here we go. Oh, okay. That's what I forgot about the fish before too.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I'm missing something. Okay, can you follow me here? If not, I'm going to move the fish. Can you follow me or I'll move the fish?
No, I think you're good. There you go.
Here we go. A little parsley on the side.
Beautiful.
Actually, it's mixed too much into the green one, so it doesn't look good. Right here.
Beautiful. I want to answer a few more questions. Okie dokie, artichoke. Kevin Miller from, is that Myler? I don't know. Kevin from YouTube says, Sal, do you do the cooking at home? And what's your favorite dish?
Well, my favorite dish, it's the easiest one actually, whatever I can make. The problem that I have with cooking at home right now is I live into a condo which has electric stoves.
You don't cook
and
on
I
electric.
hate that to cook. So I wait to come here to cook, and we always cook something here because it's easy. That I cannot calibrate my, take it easy, yeah? I cannot calibrate that stove good enough. So kind of like I don't cook much at home. I live with the roommate, so I'm kind of like a guy, and I don't get too fancy with that.
Sharing this with family, so I'm doing double dipping.
Absolutely. While instead, when I come here, we always cook together. So we kind of like blend it together. Our dishes are, my dishes, her dishes are our dishes. So pennette, mushroom and panna, whatever you name it, all the videos, they are our favorite recipes. We all do with a very, I'm gonna say, very goodwill to do that. So we love it doing that.
Yes.
We don't have a special dish. We enjoy all we do.
Yeah.
All right, the mussels look good.
Yes, I'm going to answer a few more questions. Sinduya from YouTube says, what's a great vegetarian substitution for turkey? I don't have much experience with like tofurkeys and things like that, so that's not something I can comment on, but I can tell you that if you make one of my like vegetarian pot pie or my vegetable shepherd's pie as your main dish for the big day, no one, whether you're vegetarian or not, no one will be disappointed. I can't focus when this is in front of me.
I'm trying to make something fancy here.
I can't focus when this is in front of me. It's really difficult.
All right. You talk, I eat. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to eat one.
Okay, I'll continue to answer a few more questions before the hour is up. Let's see. Love Heart Forever from YouTube says, when I bake my cookies, they come out puffy and cakey. What am I doing wrong? I really couldn't. Maybe you're not putting enough eggs in there. Maybe you're not putting enough butter. Or maybe you're not putting enough fat that they can kind of melt and get nice and flat. I really can't Yeah, I'm not sure what that would be, to be honest with you. The only thing I can think of is that you're not putting enough butter in there, because when there's not enough butter, it doesn't, they kind of stay dense and puffy, and they're not sort of flat and as they should be.
Well, go ahead.
Okay. It's Diana's Life from YouTube says, does Mr. Joe Vitale like seafood? Yes, he does. A lot.
Or else.
I can't take it. That's so good.
So, Laura Vitale, how does it look to you? What have we done here? We got a mussels in a white wine sauce. You can do that marinara. I prefer the white sauce because I don't like the red sauce spots on my shirts. That happen all the time.
I do think we should try some of the food because it looks incredible.
Well, yes, it looks incredible. Let me take this out of the way because... Look, what do I have here? Do I have fennels here?
Yes.
I want to explain what I do with fennel. What I do with fennel after I have my meal, I eat some. What happens is it leaves your mouth
come si chiama?
minty.
Aperitivo. Come si chiama?
No, aperitivo. L'aperitivo is aperitif.
Yes.
It's before you eat. It's
No,
a
it's a palate
digestivo.
cleanser.
Yes.
Fennel is a great palate cleanser between courses in your meal.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Tell me the truth. You don't know what to grab first.
I really don't.
It does look good, does it?
I'm really feeling very stressed here.
All right, you took my best fillet. Oh,
No,
you gave it
that's
to
you.
me. Oh, thank you
Yes.
very much.
You did the work.
I did the work. Yeah. Without you, I'll go nowhere. You know that.
These
Of course,
potatoes.
this is the two different salads. The one with the fish is made with extra virgin olive oil and lemon only, beside a little bit of pepper and stuff. This one with the seafood, it's
I'm gonna leave the mussels there so we can go right
with
from
with the shrimp and thing. It's orange vinaigrette, orange citronette.
Citronette.
Citronette. Remember that.
This is for you.
Ready to try?
Yes.
Okay,
I have a little
curious.
teeny tiny knife here.
I'm
I'll
curious.
cut this for you in half.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to try the fish first.
Hold on, wait, hold on. Me too.
We get together. A bone.
A little bone. I didn't get a bone.
I failed miserably, but I found it.
Perfect.
Oh.
Really perfect. It's so tender.
It's
so
like
tender.
eating velvet.
So tender. I'm gonna try the
It's good.
salad with the shrimp
Oh yeah.
and the
me
fennel.
too. Calamari are tender, which is a trick thing to do. Nice.
Which is why I keep my calamari whole before I grill them. Because what happens is if you cut them in rings, first of all, you're not going to be able to get the beautiful caramelized look on, the grill marks on them. But the moisture that it's inside the little tube is what keeps it tender because it almost steams as it grills. Does that make sense?
That's
It's
because
almost
that's
steams as it
that's
grills.
what I said. I didn't mention that before because I knew they would be a little cold by the time we eat it. But when you grill the calamari like that, like the calamari, inside the calamari forms a pouch with water. That's very hot as soon as you take them out of the thing.
Yes.
And you can burn your tongue if you go straight to it. So, you know how I know that? It happens to me. I had a blister on my tongue for 3 days. So make sure you empty the water in there, which by the way, you can mix it with whatever you cook because it's their own water, so it's tasty, it's good. You're gonna enjoy it a bit. Just be careful, it's gonna be hot inside the pouch, it's gonna burn your tongue. So watch for that. I'm gonna have another piece of that, go ahead.
It's so good, I can't take it. Okay. Sammy from Instagram says, what's your dad's favorite American dish? That's a good question. Because you can be quite picky.
I am. And my favorite American dish. Every dish here in the United States of America somehow is a European tradition. It came from Europe. It may have been modified or whatever, but it's tradition from Europe. Now, if I'm going to mention American food at the top of my head right now, I can only mention hot dogs, burgers, I don't know, fried chicken and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you, I enjoy a good burger, I enjoy a good hot dog, and I'm going to enjoy everything, but if it's made right. If it's not made right, it's just to fill up your stomach, it's not good. But after that, after all, that's the same thing. If it's made right, it's not good anyway. There is a big difference in product, but hey, if it's made right, I enjoy some American food as well.
I agree.
The only thing I don't like it, cranberry sauce. I'm not gonna eat that. No, I don't like that. Yeah, I'm hungry.
I'm almost done eating.
You're done almost. Go ahead. You talk, I eat now.
So good. Okay.
Don't eat with your mouth full. remember when I used to tell you that?
Yes. Alguda from YouTube says, what is your favorite Christmas morning breakfast? I love nothing more than a slice of panettone, as is with my morning coffee, or made in French toast, or a French toast casserole. I mean, it's incredible. But for me,
I'll tell you mine. Panettone with the milk and coffee.
Yeah.
Half asleep, like this.
That's so good.
Because in the morning you're so tired after
It's so
night or
good.
parties and stuff like that, and cooking, enjoy the family. Then usually in the morning it's whatever they put me on the table, and usually it's sweets left from the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the sweets are not left for one day; they left for like the whole week. So you're gonna eat sweets and stuff for the whole week. Then New Year's Eve comes, and then another story starts. So
it's all over again.
more
Okay.
questions?
Brian from YouTube says, what is the first memory you have cooking? The first memory I have cooking was standing on a little wooden stool next to my nonna rolling gnocchi on the gnocchi board. And this is how I know. Oh, let me try and see if I can find this. I'm trying to find my gnocchi board.
She's trying to find the gnocchi board.
Let me tell you why this is so vivid to me.
Okay.
When you make gnocchi on your gnocchi board, you roll with your palm, like real fast. Go,
Yes,
go.
you go,
When
go.
I was little, I didn't know that, so I used to do it with my thumb, and I remember I would like scrape against the wood so hard that sometimes I would get little splinters in my finger, or it would really hurt because it's like rug burn. You know what I mean? When you do it so well.
Yeah, I know.
That memory, I must have been no older than 2 or 3, but that memory.
I hate to break this news to you, but I was there.
So I was little. I must have been real.
No, I remember that.
memory is so vivid in my mind for my whole life. That's the first cooking memory I can ever remember, because I remember like putting on this tough face, like it was not bothering me at all, because I was enjoying my time with my nonna, but my finger was hurting so bad, and that is my very first cooking memory.
Maybe it was because it was connected to like the discomfort of having your fingers like burn and stuff like that.
It's so vivid. I can picture exactly where I was sitting, and then
Like your cousin and your cousin in Italy right now, they do the same thing you used to do when you were a kid.
I know.
They cook. Even the boys, they have my mom cooking. They have to know how we do it in the house. That's how we do. That's how we teach our young one to approach their lives. You have to know how to do that. Now, some people maybe think it's not important to grow in life. No, it's very important. That's one of the most important things. Enjoy life, eat. It's a symposium. Sit down with your family, talk about stuff, smile, laugh. You will have a good time. I bet you any money would taste much better when you eat, enjoy your family.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You make memories around the kitchen table. Because think about it. You remember a place, a person through food. Like when I think of, and it sounds funny, but when I think of Frankfurt Airport, for some reason, it's a beautiful airport. But the memory that stands out to me is having breakfast at Houseman's, and the most perfect eggs on toast I've ever eaten in my life. I mean, and that's again,
Never been there, so I cannot put an opinion
It's got some of the
out
best
there.
eggs I've ever had. But again, like I think of a place, I think of a person through food. And for me, Italy is as special as it is because we made a lot of memories in the kitchen. It was where we talked about our day, is when the kids were all running around there when they were little. And it's just like the center, it's cliche as it sounds, the kitchen is the heart of the home.
Absolutely.
Just
Hey,
is.
you know what? I made this example. The last time we were in New York, we were talking for some producer and stuff like that, and they were asking me the opinion about this. And I simply say that, well, you can get, let's say, a few of the most popular people in the world, popular and famous and rich. I don't know, the Queen of England, the President of the United States of America, of Italy, or whatever, and you put them all together in a house for a couple of weeks with no food. Do you think the Miss Queen will be like this? I think she will rip the drumstick out of your hand and eat it, because it's biologically important that you eat.
Yeah.
So when we already fed and we take it for granted because we open the refrigerator and eat, we tend to forget about what we're gonna do for that. But let me tell you, if you don't have money or don't have a job or you don't have food, that's the worst miserable life you can have. That's important. You know why? Because you have to eat in order to survive. So why don't we enjoy that? That's the main thing you're gonna do. It's not to buy a Mercedes or BMW or buy a big home. Mm-hmm. The first thing to do is you have to eat when you wake up. You have to eat at least 3 days a week, and you have to have your rest. You have that, you die.
Pretty much.
Pretty much,
So,
right?
yes, our hour is up. I hope you guys enjoyed spending time with us. We made 3 incredibly simple and easy dishes that are a must-have on our holiday meal, on our holiday table for our holiday meal. And I hope that maybe this inspires you to try something new, or try these recipes, or just inspires you to cook for this holiday season. We thank you very much for being with us today, and I also want to know where you guys are coming from, because last time we did this hangout, I had the most fun going afterwards and seeing where all the different countries you guys are from. So if you could just leave that in the comment section, I can't wait to go read it, and you'll see me reading those in my next vlog. So we thank you very much. We wish you a happy, healthy, joyous, fantastic holiday season. Have a happy new year, from our home to yours.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.